Welcome back to the MLS Review Show. Houston returned home to face San Jose, but first, the Union looked to get back in the win column against East-leading Columbus. Philadelphia were winless in 8 and at risk of ending their season in a slump. With their typically strong defense succumbing to mental mistakes, it was up to Roger Torres and Freddie Adu to control possession and relieve the pressure. Columbus was leading in the East, but they had been struggling as of late, conceding 12 goals in their last 3 games. Robert Warzija would need to improve the defensive focus of his team if he was to make a strong push for the playoffs. JP Delacamera and Taylor Twellman were at PPL Park when the Eastern foes fought.
Keys to the game, Taylor?
Real simple. It's easy. You got to have the killer instinct going forward.
23 yards out. The chip. What a stop by McMath.
And that's what Mendoza does. He does little things where he gets a half a chance.
As this ball is played, Latu has the defender beat. He scores. Philadelphia leads.
If you do not put pressure on Roger Torres, he's going to kill you. And Sebastian Latu makes a ridiculously good run behind Eric. Look at this. Eric can't find him. Perfect run from the center forward. The finish is easy. Important in a big game like this.
Will it come here? Here's Latu. At the end line, nice move. He has Hesper. The turn, the shot, the save by Hesper. Now it's Adu. Nice job of the back heel. Michael Farfan running it past Rusmir in line. No cross yet. Now it's coming. Bobbled by Hesper. He recovered it. Look who's open. Latu brought it down well. 19 yards away. The shot wide. With the seconds ticking off, and Hesper knows this could be the last kick. And if it's not, there's not many left. You know where he wants to put this one, right up into the box. The challenge, knotted down, cleared away. Rogers. That's it. The 8-game winless streak is over. Philadelphia wins. Zach McMath, his first professional win and second straight shutout. In front of a standing room only crowd, Sebastian Latu once again gets a huge goal for Philadelphia.
Houston was unhappy to settle for a draw against the shorthanded Crew and would look to take advantage of a home match to rebound. Sitting in the thick of the playoff hunt, a win over San Jose would be necessary in order to provide separation. In order to get the 3 points, the Dynamo would rely on their towering attack. With their complete win against Chicago last week, San Jose were ready to make a late run while the playoffs were still a possibility. Kari Stevenson and Chris Wondolowski would hope to improve the Quakes' fortunes by putting away their chances. Glenn Davis was at Robertson Stadium when the clubs faced off.
Third game they've played in the span of a week, John, and you wonder just how much Dominic Kinnear's team is going to have to use that bench. Londo with a nice flick ahead. That is good soccer. Oh, that's a beautiful touch. Kari Stevenson all alone. Left foot strike right on. And Tally Hall makes the play. Big target guy. Oh, nifty move. And Davis taken down in the box. Whoa. And a yellow will come out. And it will go against Brad Davis.
Everybody in the stadium knows he wants to go to his left foot. Make him go to his right foot. He got kicked a little bit there. You know, Beitashour got him. Let's see. Beitashour got him a little bit right there, although I think Davis made an awful lot out of it. Been kind of an odd year for him, too. They've moved him around to different spots. He's now playing that forward spot. There's a bad mistake.
A giveaway, and then a chip up over the top. That goes just wide. And even Kalen Carr knows he should have done better with that ball.
Good look, Richardson.
Yeah, it sure was. He came all the way up to get it. Now Beitashour on a dead sprint. Little chip to the middle. Oh, it's a beautiful goal. Kari Stevenson charging through, and he buries one in the back of the net.
Beitashour, Stevenson. How about Beitashour? He's a second-year right fullback with 5 assists on the season in only a dozen games or so, and that is a great finish.
It's not because of Brad Davis. He has given his mates some good opportunities. Good chance here. Davis gets taken down.
Oh, he gave him that one.
Yep, they point to the spot.
Coasley gets it through 2, right to Davis. Davis is right there. Burling trips him. And there's your PK.
This game is tied. Dawkins. Dangerous. Dawkins to the middle for Wando. Miscommunication. Stevenson off and running. Does he get a good bounce? Yes. Strikes one.
Here's a mistake. Cameron tries to cover up for it, and Stevenson has to strike it right there. He knows Cameron's right behind him.
Ball ahead. Bruin is there to bring it down and strike it for a goal, the second of the match.
Big striker, had injury problems earlier. He gets the ball and he knocks it away from Bush, knock it away from where the goalie is going.
And there you have it. It is over.
Coming up, the Red Bulls need to right the ship when they travel to Dallas. Catch up on all the relevant soccer stories around the world each weekday morning with The Kickoff, compiled by fan favorite Simon Board. Whether it's a story about the latest European superstar linked to an MLS team, a controversial quote from a head coach, or a game preview with an interesting slant, you'll find it in The Kickoff. With as many as 20 links within the article, you can learn all you need to in the world of soccer with just one stop each morning. Welcome back. DC traveled to take on the Sounders, but first, Dallas looked to dash the Red Bulls' playoff aspirations. New York came out disappointed yet again when they settled for the draw against bottom-dwelling Vancouver last week. If the early season favorites were going to make it into the playoffs, a road victory over Dallas would go a long way. Injury and suspension forced Hans Baca to put out a makeshift back line. Dallas would need to show their depth without suspended winger Breck Shea and injured Marvin Chavez. In order to get all 3 points, Shellis Heinemann asked more of playmakers Ricardo Villar. Could Dallas hold off the desperate Red Bulls? Steve Cangelosi and Shep Messing were at Pizza Hut Park for the vital matchup.
You and I had the pleasure of knowing Bobby Ryan all too briefly, and tonight he's in the minds and hearts of all the fans in Frisco, Texas. Rogers looks up. Agudelo, Richards, Dane Richards, and off his line is Hartman with a big stop. RB soccer beginning now. Opportunity here for Santos, and a stop made by Rost.
There's the through ball. Takes him a little bit further away from goal than he wanted to go.
Gets it back here from VR. Flag stays down. Michael Santos! And again, he just misses.
You see that back line, Keel and Tim Ream and Albright. They were not in unison. No pressure on the ball, so it was flicked over the top.
Michael Santos. VR! And again, Rost, he got the handout. Crossed by VR. Headed wide, and New York once again is on the defensive.
That's actually a more difficult save than it looks like, because you're anticipating the shot to go low to the far post. He's got the athleticism to get down and parry it out with the right hand. Good goalkeeping.
So proud of and enjoying attendance as we get a look now at Agudelo with the flag staying down. Played across for Rogers, and it's in the back of the net, and New York is on the board.
Role reversal, and what a terrific job by Agudelo. That's what I love to see. That's good soccer intelligence. Had the vision, looked up, knew he had his teammate at the back post.
McCarty able to get this across. Lindpair, sharp angle, cuts it back, still going, and a shot. Oh, he could have laid it off for Agudelo, and it's off the mark.
You talk about a player for this New York team that's been incredible, Joe Lindpair. Having said that, he would love to have this to do over again. Agudelo, though, on the second look, he actually pulled himself out of position.
Lindpair cuts it back. Will he take it into the corner? His team nursing a 1-0 lead. Lindpair kills clock, and that will do it for the first time since July 6th. The Red Bulls put 3 points in the bank. They've come to Frisco and defeat Dallas by the score of 1-0.
DC United's road to the playoff took them to Seattle. Ben Olsen's side had fought their way into the final wildcard spot, but it was a tenuous spot at best. Without injured Chris Pontius, it was time for Andy Nahar to show the skill that earned him 2010's Rookie of the Year. Seattle was coming off a disappointing home loss to Real Salt Lake. Could the Rave Green side shake off their rare game-changing errors to keep a lock on the number 2 spot? The Sounders would have to do it without defensive stalwart John Kennedy Hurtado due to suspension. Tony Lamarzi and Thomas Rongen were in the booth at sold-out CenturyLink Field.
Just about set to get things going. Our referee Kevin Scott gets us underway. DC United on the road, but still wearing their familiar black strip, and Seattle in their shiny blue and neon green. So the center backs coming forward, Zach Scott and Jeff Park, curled in, headed and just wide.
I think is important for DC United because you don't want to chase the game for 90 minutes, so possession is at a premium.
Good work that time from Montero, and now Fusito turns around, coming into the box. Fusito shoots, and it's a goal. Seattle goes in front in the 35th minute.
Not easily against McDonald's. There you see Alonso wins that first ball. And then there's that second ball. Rosales just rights that hard tackle by Woolard. And then he tucks it away very well. I mean, Mike Fusito, similar to Charlie Davies actually, with some quickness, low center of gravity, picks out of his spot.
And it's right at Keller. And quick distribution the other way from Casey Keller, bouncing down the middle of the field. Fusito again, and now he leaves it for Montero. Freddie Montero dancing one-on-one, shoots, and it's inches wide. That all came directly from the punt from the keeper.
Almost 2 forwards to run.
Still more good chances here. Seattle in, shoots, and they score. It's 2-0. Alvaro Fernandez scores just seconds after DC had a little bit of a wake-up call, and they hit the snooze bar.
Ethan White's header, there's a defender, atrocious. That needs to go up and high and far. Allows that second ball to come in, and then, you know, Fernandez making that run. Rosales, the one-touch through ball. Thanks for coming.
It's a much different opponent today on the road in Seattle, as opposed to everything that went on last week in LA against Chivas USA. Rosales crosses, the header, save, and the rebound is smashed in.
Uncontested crosses, uncontested headers inside the 6-yard box. And, you know, there's not much Wills can do, and then Fernandez just picks up that rebound. But Rosales, again, he's been crossing those balls out of those positions. Seattle would have 2 or 3 guys that are very comfortable.
A turnover, Wolf slots it through. Here comes Nguyen, shoots, save. An excellent save by Keller. Opportunistic turnover for DC. Wolf being very unselfish, trying to set up Nguyen. Now Birch with his first touch. Looking for options, crossing, and Nguyen's there, controls it, it's alive, and it's a save from Keller. What a save, keeping the shutout for the time being. Sims, the referee's looking at his watch, the ball rolling back towards midfield. And there, the final whistle mercifully comes for DC United. They fall on the road 3-0.
Coming up on the MLS Review Show, our match of the week sees Kansas City take on Real Salt Lake. MLSsoccer.com is home to the best original soccer content on the web. This includes regular weekly features like John Bolster's Monday postgame, kicking off each week, reviewing the events from the previous one. On Tuesday, the MLS Power Rankings come out, illustrating the current position of each team in the opinion of the editorial staff. Postcard from Europe features a Q&A with American playing abroad every Wednesday. Peer into the mind of MLS Soccer's Jonah Friedman every Thursday with The Throw-In. Finally, Fridays bring the Armchair Analyst, where Matthew Doyle breaks down a statistical or tactical trend in the world of MLS or the U.S. national team. All of this and much more, including all the breaking news and updates, every week on MLSsoccer.com.